press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
How are you all? Okay, hope doing well. Do you remember what we were discussing about people as a resource, which is the second chapter? Yes, in your economics, no doubt. Yes, so we were discussing about people as resource, right? So how people can be considered as a resource? Okay, what is human development or say human resource? We have discussed about each and everything. So when it comes to human development, okay, human development, we have to take care about certain things like education, which we have discussed with the Suckles and Vilas's story, right? So the other thing is health. So health is also very much important for the development of human resource. The other day we did discuss about health, right? How health has to be improved, how government has to take care, how government has to provide all the infrastructure that is necessary. See what happens if at all the infrastructure, the basic infrastructure, if it is not available, it goes very difficult. See what happens, imagine you had this Nagar Panchami, right? Yes, the other day you had Nagar Panchami, after that you had Bakrid, right? Imagine you have had heavy food. What happens with your stomach? Definitely your stomach starts answering you, right? So you feel difficulty, you feel uneasy. You won't be able to concentrate anywhere apart from your stomach, saying that, God, I wish I would have had very less food because this is troublesome. I had heavy food, now I am feeling uneasy, right? Everybody feels that, right? So now imagine if you do not have any good health measures or say facilities available nearby your house or say nearby or maybe in the society itself that is not available. Maybe every now and then you have got your like the heavy food has made you dehydrate. You are losing the water from your body. Okay, dehydration, you are facing dehydration, you badly need saline, you badly need something, some energy to your body. Imagine if that is not available, what happens? Your body will not be able to concentrate anywhere apart from your health. But if your health is very good, if you have maintained your health, if you are having a very good health, then definitely you will not concentrate here and there, but you will be concentrating only upon you will enjoy the work whatever you are doing, right? For example, we did discuss about Vilas story and even your Suckles story, right? Suckle was very enthusiastic, he was very healthy, he was educated first thing and he knew how to maintain his health. That is the reason he never felt any of the problem with his health and he could really know his potentiality. That's the reason he came up with a software wherein he sold and he did earn a good or lump sum amount, right? So that was possible. How about Suckle? Suckle did face so much of problem. He had arthritis, right? He was earning very less, he couldn't even spend on arthritis, to get cured on arthritis. Nor he could, earn very well because he was suffering, he couldn't even concentrate for a good thing or maybe he never could realize the potentiality he already had in himself. So do remember, if you have good health, definitely it helps you know your potentiality, what you can do, how potential you are to finish a work, right? Imagine now I give you some homework or probably I ask you to write notes. Your stomach is not well. You are unable to write. You won't be able to concentrate, right? Because every time you will be thinking about your stomach itself, thinking it is not in a good condition. If at all you are having a good health, definitely you will know the potentiality. you will understand how well you can write. I should write very neatly, ma'am should appreciate me, she should give stars, she should say very good, excellent, etc., right? So potentiality, so health, if health is good, things will be excellent. That is the reason. So we are asking, or we ask the government to improve, to bring improvement in the health. Now we are facing pandemic, right? So everybody is very cautious. They are wearing mask, they need sanitizer. So most of the people, what did they do? They tried to increase the price of sanitizer. But what did government say? No. You should not increase the price of the sanitizer, but see that you meet the demand of people. How much ever they want the sanitizer, you see that you produce that much and meet the demand rather than increasing the price. Even mask, they had increased the price, but government did regulate it. It did stop increasing the price of the mask. So government intervention is very much important because it has to take care of the health, not only about the individual whosoever is working, but even their families. They have to take care of the families whosoever is working. Nutrition, they have to even concentrate upon the nutrition level, right? That is the reason the schools and all, they are providing milk, because government schools, if you go and see the government schools, very poor people do come there, very, very poor. Okay, they cannot afford milk, they cannot afford the good nutritious food. That is the reason government is reaching out for them. It is providing the nutritional food that is necessary for their life. So apart from that, India has built a vast health infrastructure. When it comes to India, like our country, our nation, we can see that we have got a good infrastructure compared to other, I don't know about other countries, but yes, my country has provided me all the facilities that is important, that is actually necessary. The infrastructure is very good, okay? So improvement in the health, as the health is improving, as the society is improving, as the society is getting a healthier environment, you can see the IMR, that is your infant mortality rate. We have discussed about infant mortality rate. You have studied this in 8th grade also. It is nothing but children below 1 year are dying, right? It was earlier. They used to die because they never used to receive the nutritional food. But nowadays there are many facilities given even to the like during the motherhood for the mothers. So that's the reason even there is improvement in the health, and we can see that the infant mortality rate has decreased, okay, and the crude birth rate have dropped. No doubt crude birth rate actually it has to increase, wherein live birth, okay, children live, they should be alive when they take birth, okay, that has dropped, they are telling, but actually it has increased, they have to say, because the health is in good condition, the society is having a good healthy environment. That's the reason even there is improvement. You can find the improvement in the the crude the birth rate, okay. Yes, again the death rate also has decreased. People used to die because of the pandemic, okay, it is not in our hands, no doubt, pandemic, because of that, no doubt you can see most of the people are getting recovered. If you check the recovery rate, definitely it is more compared to the death rate. Okay, it is because we are having a good infrastructure, we are having a good health infrastructure given by the government. So that is the reason. If at all government is thinking for the improvement of the health, then definitely it will be providing all the measurement, it will be taking all the measurement, it will be providing all the necessary infrastructure. Now as I told you, sanitizers, masks, or say the kit, okay, they have to wear all those kit, the gloves, all those things are necessary, right? Even that is being provided by the government is reaching out with all those things. See again, because they are maintaining the health, even there is longevity of life as an indicator of good quality. Nothing but earlier days at 50s, 40s itself, like even see, take go to your grandpa's or great grandpa's era. They used to get all the nutritious food, and they used to stay alive till 110. Some people are there who have crossed even 115 years. I have heard about one lady who recently celebrated her 115th birthday. Okay, so that kind of nutrition they used to receive. But after that, because of health hazards, people started dying at the age of 40s, 50s itself. Now, if at all the longevity, nothing but if at all they are living for a longer time compared to the other days, then definitely government has taken the measures to improve the health. That itself says that yes, government is involving itself. It is looking into the health improvement. It is taking care of the improvement, like how to improve the health, how we can engage the people there. How you can create awareness among people about the health. See, most of the people I have seen, they do not wear a mask. They are least bothered. When government has issued a notice saying that please see that you maintain social distancing, what people are doing, I could see while I was riding my bike towards your school, I could see that 3 people were like riding the bike, like they were on the bike. Is it correct? No mask, okay, they are riding all the 3, there is no social distancing. Don't do that. When government has done or taken certain measures or they have given certain rules and regulations, it is our duty, we being the citizens, it is our duty to follow those things very strictly. So, if at all the improvement can be seen, okay, it has reduced the infant mortality rate and it has increased the longevity of life, and if that has happened, definitely the health measures are taken in a right manner. Nothing but the government has made such a rule wherein people are very aware about their health, they are staying in a clean environment, they have got good health infrastructure. That is the reason we can see the death rate less, or even people are staying for a longer period of time. So that is how the health has to be improved. But there are few places, I don't say that like each and every place has got all the basic necessities. There are few places wherein there is nothing, like no provision of basic facilities. There are few villages still. The other day I could see in Bihar and even in UP, a lady carrying a pregnant woman on the like what I can say, a kind of carriage, okay, because she did not find any ambulance, she could not reach out for anything that was necessary. From one place to almost some 15 to 20 kilometers she has traveled using that, just to get a baby, get a healthy baby. These are the things which are lacking. Still there are we have to let the government know that yes, few villages, few places are still there wherein they are lacking with the basic facilities, which is equally important. So basic facilities may be certain clinics, okay, hospitals, or apart from that, drainage system. See, drainage system is also very much important. You might feel that however that is being provided, no doubt what they give, the open drainage system, which is actually is of no use. If the drainage like is not covered, okay, if the drainage system, whatever they have given, if it is not covered totally, what happens? The thing, like they would feel that they would face so much of problem there. The reason is, what happens, these basic facilities, if that is not given, definitely again you can find many bacterias, okay, people again suffer from all those things. So if some infrastructure is being provided, it should be thoroughly given. It should be given in such a manner so that it would not create any problem to any person. So what we want to say is here, there are less number of colleges, medical colleges especially, so that the doctors are less, distribution of doctors have become very less. Hardly we can find the medical colleges, that is 381 medical colleges in the country and 301 dental colleges just in for states like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and only these places have got maximum colleges, okay, wherein good doctors are coming out and good doctors can be seen in these places. You know Davangere. It is a medical center, if I know, like most of the people do come here for their medical studies, right? So like, no doubt, but comparatively, we have got less medical facilities. So basic facilities, college itself is very less, okay, our drainage systems are not good. There are no clinics. Forget about big hospitals, there are no clinics. You might have seen few movies and all, even in Telugu or say like Hindi or maybe even in Kannada, wherein the basic hospitals are not provided, wherein they face so much of problems. So we being the citizen, we have to think about this. So if our health is good, definitely we can work very well. So that is all about health. The next topic is unemployment. So we were discussing about employment, right? So all of a sudden, from where did this come? Unemployment. So now let me tell you, you saw Sakal's story, you saw Vilas story. In Sakal's story, Sakal's mother did not want to go out for job. She used to take care of the household works, right? Even there are many parents wherein your mothers are taking care of the house rather than going out. So does it mean she is an unemployed person? No. You two are not going, right? You two are still studying like G2 and C2, okay, wherein Sakal was taking care of them. They were infants, right? They were small enough, like they couldn't go to the college and all, or say they couldn't go for studies. They were still small. Not only that, can we call them as unemployed? No, definitely not, because unemployment is something wherein you have a degree, you have good degree, but you are not able to find any job. So job creation, which is very much important, that has to be done by the government itself. Okay, so unemployment. So India is facing so much of problem. And now because of the pandemic, most of the people are getting unemployed. They are being removed. We can see there is recession going, right? Here and there, most of the companies have, removed people. Their employees are being removed. Okay, so unemployment is wherein you have a degree, you have all the qualifications, yet you are staying at home, just like Sakal's uncle, right? Though he had his matriculation or something, earlier it was matriculation which was very much important. Nowadays, even if you have PhD or say even if you have 1000 degrees in your hand, without knowledge you will be considered zero. Without any, like a skill, you should have something, some skill which makes you outstanding compared to the other person. So skills are equally important. Soft skills we say. Communication skill, it might be a communication skill, your body language, all these things. If you don't have knowledge about this, definitely you may not get employed, though you have good degrees in your hand. Your language matters a lot. So again, unemployment is nothing but wherein you imagine you have got engineering degree, but still you are searching for a job because you have not got any job, then you can be called as unemployed. Okay, because you have a degree but you are doing nothing, you are staying at home. So that could be unemployment. But your mother cannot be called as unemployed because she is taking care of the house there. It is her self-decision. It is her self-decision wherein she does not want to go out and work. So that is different. So unemployment is something wherein a person has got many degrees but unable to find a good job that is actually important, or say that is equivalent to whatever he has studied. So there are something wherein seasonal or disguised unemployment. See, imagine what happens. This usually happens with the farmers, okay, agricultural works. What happens? Few people will be hired for a particular work, okay, we call it as contract of service or say independent contractors. So only for the skill, okay, they have got maybe threshing skill, or maybe during harvesting you need few people there to work with you. Only during that period you hire few people. Once the work is done, they will be free again. So that is seasonal or disguised unemployment. Nothing but they are not totally unemployed, but they will be working only during the season, and other time they may work, they may not work. So during the season they work, right? So that is seasonal employment, and they will not be working, okay, once the season gets over. So that is the reason they will be called as seasonal unemployed or seasonal unemployment, wherein people, they do have all the skills, they do have all the skills, they know that they can do something, but they do not have any work to do because the season is over. Once, excuse me. So once once the season gets over, they will not be having any work. So then we can call them as seasonally unemployed. Understood? So this is the thing here. So here also, see what happened, like see, when it comes to agricultural activity, most of the people will be engaged here. So what happens, as I told you, see, contribution. Now each and every person has to contribute towards whatever they are doing, right? If we need 5 members for doing a work here, okay, if we need only 5 members, imagine 8 members have come, now 3 extra hands are there. Either we can use them in a productive manner, or probably they would stand waste, right? Because to finish one particular work we need only 5 people. So then what we can do, we can make these 3 people work somewhere else so that they can earn income. Clear? Are you understanding? See, what happens? For doing some farming work, we need only 5 people. Okay? For irrigation, for plowing, we need 5 people and they are doing their work. Now 3 people have come extra. We don't need them. So, coming here and wasting time would be just equivalent to unemployment. It's better let them join somewhere else and start earning. So again, those problems can be seen in India. So unemployment is something wherein though you have got so much of degree, you are unable to meet your expenses, you are unable to meet because you are not employed, you are not getting any job there, and it is very difficult to meet your expenses. And this is happening a lot with the youth because few people, they feel as soon as they join they should earn so and so amount. They are not ready to join for a lesser pay. Okay, they need like most of the people they want to earn more and more. That's the reason they are not ready to work for a lesser amount. But what I suggest is start working for whatever amount is, like if you have experience, then definitely you can demand. If you don't have any knowledge, any skill, you are a fresher, then whatever they offer you, just accept, just get into the field. Once you start gaining experience, once you start knowing the things, then you will be knowledgeable, you will be having a hold on the work, then you can demand, then nobody can stop you. So unemployment and seasonal or disguised unemployment. So this is the difference between unemployment and seasonal or say disguised unemployment. So there are forced labor. Okay, there are something forced labor we call. Again, that should not be done. We cannot force upon any person. See what happens, if they don't want to work, we cannot force them. Okay, if they want to remain unemployed, let them remain unemployed rather than forcing them. Forced labor is not acceptable in nature. The last is self-employment. What is the self-employment? As you all know, people get employed self, nothing but professional, especially the doctors, the teachers, okay, the lecturers, or like few of the people who will be self, like tuition teachers, especially tuition, the one who takes tuition, or all the professional people, the lawyers and all, they are self-employed. Businessmen, self-employed. They do not depend upon another person. Farmers, self-employed. Do they depend upon another person to get their income? No doubt, like they have to depend upon rain. Like natural factors are equally important, but that doesn't mean like they depend upon another person. No, definitely not. They depend upon self. How well they can work. Business people, businessmen, they totally depend upon themselves. They never depend upon another person. They don't need income from another person. Definitely they will use their skill. Okay, they know how to work, and then they will be reaching out for those things the way they want. So self-employment, so getting self-employed is very much important. So rather than being unemployed, it's better to get an employment and settle down, maybe for a less payment, but at least your mind will be engaged, you will learn many things. Okay, so as you all know that self-employment is again to take care of the entire family. Most of the people, for example, businessmen, or say the farmers, or say even the lawyers, the professional persons, what they do, they will be having this self-employment, nothing but they will be working on their own. Businessmen, they do get their clients and all, they will be working on their own. They don't depend upon another person, unlike your Sakal, before getting any of the, before he could come up with the new what I can say software, he was working for a firm itself, right? Now also he is working for a firm. So there he is working under somebody else, wherein he has got employer and he is an employee of some other firm. Self-employed or self-employment, you yourself are the employer there. You yourself are working. You are not depending upon another person. You are not at all depending upon another person to get any salary, to get any amount, to get any of the income there. So that is self-employment. So self-employment also can be seen here. See, in agriculture it is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy. So as you all know, agriculture, it is like it needs more and more labors, because though modern techniques are applicable, or though modern techniques are used, but even then labor, it absorbs labor. In recent years there has been the decline in dependency of population on agriculture, because modern techniques have come and the high yielding methods and all, they have evolved. So that's the reason like agriculture is getting very less importance compared to the secondary and tertiary sector. But yes, people have forgotten that both the secondary and tertiary sector, it totally depends upon the primary sector. Without getting the raw materials, no industries can work. And without the industries working, tertiary sector will also be of no use. No doubt, but digital, areas, or say technology, or say the modern services that has come up with, the tertiary sector can withstand. But the secondary sector, it has to depend upon the agricultural thing itself, wherein now you can see with the modernization, with the westernization, people are rushing towards the secondary and tertiary sector rather than your farming sector, or say the primary sector. Most of the parents might be agriculturist here, right? Farmers. But if at all I ask the student, if at all like the child, would you like to go for farming? Would you like to be an agriculturist or farmer? They would say, no, I want to be a doctor, engineer, or whatever, something else, right? Yes, so the trend is changing. Earlier days, most of the people used to depend upon the primary sector and they used to concentrate upon farming. but because of the secondary and tertiary sector, now the most the importance is given towards secondary and tertiary sector. So with this, okay, we have studied how people can be an asset to the nation rather than the liability. So with this, we have finished your second chapter of economy, that is people as resource. Here we have discussed who can be how people can be an asset and not a liability. If at all we are investing upon people, how they can be helpful for us, whether investing upon a child is good, whether that is helpful, whether investing upon a child is an asset for us, like investing upon a child's education. So we came across all these things, right? I gave an example about you itself. If at all your parents are spending upon you, today they might spend lakhs together for your education. Tomorrow, once you get a good job in a good firm, once you get educated, you may get into some job, right, wherein you will start earning something in return. So there we proved that investment upon a child is never a waste, but it gives you something in return, right? Apart from that, we even did discuss about how why Japanese are a developed nation, why Japan is a developed nation, how Japanese have invested on human resource. They do not have any resources on their own. What they do, they are investing on the intellectuality. They are investing upon the human resource, the one who is very intelligent, who knows how to use the resources. Upon him they are investing so that the person uses the resource in a better manner and earns very good. That's the reason Japan is a rich nation too. We came across Sakal and Vilasa's story, two different stories, how one developed with education, how the other couldn't develop himself. We came across why education is important. I gave example even about the pandemic nerve, how people are being uneducated, they are least bothered, and how educated people do stand, okay, how they are fighting the pandemic, right? And why education is very much important. We did discuss about this, and how people, or say human resource, how it is important, the importance of human resource. Apart from that, we came across education, right? Education with regards to women and even man, right? We came across that, how the status has changed, how women are also being very equivalent to men in every field, not only education, even for job, right? How they are competing with men, how good they too are earning, how tough they are being. We did discuss about this. We even did discuss about health, right? Why health is important and whether education can make to know about health, how important it is, and how health can improve. Okay, how health can improve one person, and how it engages the person to know his potentiality and come up with those potentiality and make use of those potentiality in a productive way. How government is trying to improve the health, how about regarding to a society, how it is joining hands. We did discuss about this, and how the provisions has to be taken to give basic facilities to few of the places in the nation. Apart from that, we did discuss about what is unemployment. We did discuss about seasonal or say disguised unemployment. I gave you an example here, right? Apart from this, we did discuss about self-employment. We even did discuss how agriculture is declining, why this primary sector is gaining less importance compared to the secondary and tertiary sectors. So this is all about people as a resource. I can just say that people or investing upon people or intelligence of people, okay, that is very much important. And if you are giving importance to the intellectual thing, okay, intellectuality of an individual. If you are investing on an intellectuality of a person, definitely that will not go wasted. You will gain something in return. So that is all about people as resource. People as resource, we are like people as a resource is very much important. It is advantageous in nature rather than a liability. So it is an asset. Okay. So with this, we have finished your second chapter. If you have any suggestions, if you have anything to say, if you have any doubts, you can comment once the video gets streamed. Okay. So thank you for the patience. Have a nice day. Thank you.